What's up, y'all? I am doing another video, and we're gonna start calling it On the Job, and the hashtag is the name of the job. So today is On the Job hashtag McDonald's. So let me tell y'all, worked at 3 different locations, also had 3 jobs in between. Don't ask, I just did what I had to do to provide for my family. The first one was the McDonald's location in Augusta. So when I worked at the McDonald's location in Augusta, basically it was a lot of heat on me because of the fact that, number one, I was young, black, and I had just gotten into a relationship with one of the most beautiful women at that job, Miss Angelica Scott. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I just started thinking things. Anyway, so back to the topic at hand. So I did not know I had so much hatred on me when I worked there. There was this lesbian who didn't like me because, I don't know if it was because I was dating her or I never listened to no higher power of authority above me, which was a management position. I listened to my department managers and I listened to the regional manager, but I did not listen to the store manager, nor did I listen to the other managers who I really didn't take serious because, number one, I'm not finna take nobody serious who literally plays with everyone at the store, but when it comes to me, you want to be all serious. No, it don't. Nah, sis, it don't fly that way. I'm gonna go ahead and be honest with you, sis. That's not what's going on. That's not what's happening right now. But you know, as I got older and got wiser, I started thinking about it. Baby, I should listen to the people above me because I do want the management position at a McDonald's. You know, sure enough, that was 2013, 2014, 2015, 3 years later, your boy ended up getting that position, you know what I'm saying? I was a little happy, I was a little excited, you feel me? But that's when I realized, oh snap, you didn't listen to nobody. Now you about to have people not listening to you. That wasn't even the occasion. Your boy had people coming in working overnight because I was working overnight. That's how your boy operate. But yeah, so back to the topic at hand. So yeah, it was a lesbian who didn't like me because I was dating the most prettiest girl at the store. I had a short black chick hating on me because my relationship was more perfect than her relationship with her baby dad. I had a store manager mad at me because her perception of my real personality was her reality, but she was also told that I had an attitude problem when I really didn't. Because I'm not finna lie to y'all, man, I ain't gonna lie, I really did have an attitude problem growing up, and I really still do have some type of attitude problem now, but it's more calm and it's more controlled. But my thing used to be is that I'm not gonna sit up here and listen to you tell me to do something when somebody looked at you and laughed at you as a joke when you told them to do it. But you want to be all serious with me when you playfully ask them to do it. But you want to get serious with me. No. That's how I used to look at things, and a lot of people didn't understand. Well, Shaq, you gotta understand, man, that's a manager, I understand she's a manager. The moment she be serious with everyone else, that'll be the moment that I take her serious. But the moment she start playing with everybody else and want to get serious with me, I'm gonna play with her too. And she's not gonna like it. And guess what happened? That got your boy fired from the very first location of McDonald's he worked at. But in between time, even before I got fired, I worked at Five Guys and I worked at the Augusta National Golf Club. Shout out to all my people who still work at the Augusta National Golf Club, getting up early in the morning because they want that little ass check for that one weekend day. And I also worked at Five Guys. I worked at Cookout and I worked at Zaxby's. So you can say I had 4 jobs while working at McDonald's for 4 years. That's pretty good. Actually, it's terrible, but it's pretty good. I also had this guy. I was getting ready to fight him too because he was talking hella trash. Like, it was crazy to the point where, like, we was about to fight twice. Actually, we was about to fight the first time when I first started working there. because he was bumping his gum about how he didn't want to work one day, and I was still there waiting on my ride. And he just kept going. He literally gave an hour breakdown for that week. He was like, yeah, man, you work my day, you work my shift, you know what I'm saying? That 8 hours right there. More than likely, they're going to let you go home early when it gets slow because you ain't even supposed to be here, right? And then you work your shift regularly. And then by the time the next week hit, or by the time the week get ready to end, you know what I'm saying? You can easily just go home because they ain't going to let you get past 40. They only going to let you get like 38 or 39.9 hours. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even got to worry about working the rest of it. And I'm looking at him like, bro, I'm good. I done said, bro, I'm good twice before he gave me the breakdown. 2 times now. I ain't even finna lie to you. 2 times. I done said, bro, I'm good twice. So the last time I had a little attitude behind it. Yeah, I had a little attitude. I like, bro, I said I'm good. He got mad. Man, fuck you talking about, nigga? I'll beat your motherfucking ass up in this motherfucking goddamn store, nigga. Fuck you talking about. I'll beat your ass, bro. Don't you ever goddamn talk to me like that, nigga. I don't know who the fuck you think you is. Da-da-da-da-da. Take your ass behind that goddamn dumpster out there, nigga. Beat your ass for real, straight up. I'm just looking at him like, bro, you really making a fool of yourself. You showing everybody your ass on crack, cocaine, and meth at the same time. I'm just looking at him literally like sipping my drink, nigga. I got a whole cup of tea just. This some good tea. I even looked at my my coworker. I was like, bro, this some good tea, ain't it? He laughing cause he already know, buddy straight up, bro. He a goofball, bro. Like for real. I beat that boy ass. The second time we was about to fight, he gonna mention about his homeboy, like, yeah, bro, you know what I'm saying? He jacked up. Like him and old buddy were getting ready to fight, you know what I'm saying? Buddy pulled out a gun. He beat buddy ass with that gun, bro. Then he had the nigga locked up, you know, like in them fucking, y'all know the wrestling move, the master lock. Had buddy in the master lock, you know what I'm saying? Straight up, bro. Buddy wasn't even trying to go nowhere. Had buddy in the full Nelson. Had the nigga arm dangling, nigga. And I'm like, bro, I really could care less about hearing that, dog. I had done told him, like, bro, we at work. We got a whole fucking, we got a screen full of orders. Ain't nobody on side 2. Nobody is ever on side 2 on overnight, especially when we busy. We just add more people to the back, and it be cluttered as heck back there. We got somebody dropping the nuggets, the fries. I mean, we got somebody dropping the nuggets, the McChicken, the crispy chicken, and the breakfast food. And then we got somebody dropping the 10-1, the 4-1, the sausage, the bacon, and the grilled meat. You know what I'm saying? So it was to a point where I was like, bruh, chill out. Like, I don't need that conversation. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about that man, bruh. He don't work here no more. And soon to be, I ain't finna be working here no more. Like that. And he decides to keep going on and on and on and on about it. And I'm like, bruh, shut up. It got to a point where somebody came back there, hey, y'all doing too much talking. Y'all doing more talking than y'all doing working. He got quiet, and I was like, bro, god dang. And I slammed the little drawer where you pull the hamburger paper and the McDouble paper out. So I slammed that drawer back after I dropped 2 buns, and I'm like, god damn, bro. It slammed. He ups and catch an attitude. Nigga, who the fuck you think you slamming that goddamn drawer at? Motherfucking goddamn, I'll beat your motherfucking ass, bro. Yeah, bro, he poked me in my head about 3 times. I was told not to swing on him by the cool white boy manager named Sean. Shout out to Sean too, bro, straight up. And then like he just telling me, bro, I beat your motherfucking ass, going at it, going in. And I'm like, bro, if you don't, I was like, bro, test me again, dog, and I'll beat your ass for real. I don't mind you poking me in my head, cause number one, that right there tell me, okay, number one, you finna either A, get your ass whooped, or B, you finna go act like a punk bitch, go grab your gun. And if you go grab your gun, then I ain't got no choice but to kill your ass. Cause these hands are lethal. They ready to eat for everyone. And if anybody see this video and know me and say I can't fight, it's been a while, homeboy. I will literally fuck you up. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. I'm a man of God, but on that note, these hands are really, literally ready to eat for everyone. So after that, you know, he pulled me to the side. My white boy manager, Sean, he pulled me to the side or whatever, and he was like, man, don't worry about him, bro. He already on his way out the door. You know, this crab came through the goddamn back door and was like, what you say, nigga? What you say? I'm like, where the fuck he come from? How he was able to open that door like that? I wasn't even worried about him swinging on me. I'm just worried about how he got through that back door when it was closed. It was locked. And anybody who work at McDonald's know you need a key to put in there, twist it, and open it without the alarm going off. Man, I was so amazed. I was like, bro, this dude is fire. I like him. He cool. He still gonna get his ass whooped though. He run up on me crazy. But you know, over them 4 years I worked there, you know, I done seen people come and go, and them same people who was up there, who came in there the same time I did, or came in there after me, to my Shaq finna get fired anyway. Y'all really don't know me, do y'all? I done became a crew trainer at that McDonald's. Nigga, I done had so many strings pulled for me after I left. Like, I didn't even get fired. I quit because we was moving. My own store manager was mad because the turnover rate was getting worse as we was there. She hired 17 new people. 16 of them people quit. She then hired 20 more people. 18 of them people quit. It got so bad to the point where she did mock interviews for everyone and only hired that one person. It's like, yeah, you don't want that turnover rate to get worse and worse. And for y'all information, I didn't say worser and worser. I said worse and worse. That's it. So it was to a point where I was like, all right, y'all, I'm leaving. She got mad at me because I quit because that turnover rate was looking terrible. I called him like, hey, hold up, man. Why you gonna sit up here and say I can finish my shift? Why you doing all this hooping and hollering in the back? And she would never tell me why. It took for my wife to actually break it down on why she was yelling. And then my wife told me, she was like, the real reason why she didn't let you finish working because that turnover rate looked bad and she didn't want you to be collecting the check when knowing you was finna leave anyway. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, that's straight. That's all I really was asking from her. She had like she couldn't give me that information. I'm like, I mean, I don't work here no more now. You could tell me. And even now, they still be up there asking me, when you gonna come back? So that's when I go on to my second location of McDonald's. 4605 Jonesboro Road in Union City, Georgia. Right down the street from the Auto Mall. I worked there for a year. I had just passed the year mark when I got fired. Yeah, your boy got fired from that location too. And I'm gonna tell you how I got fired. I don't care. That's how much of this job thing matters to me when it comes down to McDonald's. I got fired because it was me and another manager there, and I was a manager already. While we was working, we was getting ready to shut down the system. Dude wanted me to take orders manually, cook the food, serve the food and the drinks, and also keep up with the right cash amount they being charged. No, sir. I honestly really had a problem then. I was like, you know what? I'm not finna listen to these people because they're showing a lot of favoritism and they letting it be exposed. I'm not dealing with it. So shout out to my girl Antoinette. Shout out to my boy Derek. Shout out to my boy Marcus. Who else? Shout out to my girl Sandra Bell. We call her Bell for short because we ain't want to pronounce her government like that. She had Warren side on her. I'm lying. If you see this video, I'm lying. And what else? I worked at. I did. Shout out to both of the Chardonnays. Shout out to Tanya and Tamika. Shout out to Kanasia. I would say shout out to Brianna and Zay, but that nigga Zay still holding a grudge against me, even though that nigga came through the third location of McDonald's and asked for a free double quarter. But you know, to each his own. I don't hold grudges. Shout out to them too. And shout out to everybody who noticed me at that McDonald's, my guy. Shout out to everybody, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I got fired because I didn't want to take manual orders and cook the food for it anyway. I didn't really care. But it was some shady stuff going on at that McDonald's anyway. Oh yeah, and shout out to Brittany too. Cause it was relationships happening. It was managers hooking up with other crew members and and then basically being swingers in their marriage. But you know me, I didn't really care. I'm not letting nobody taint my marriage anyway. But I was the one who fucked up and tainted it anyway when I started opening doors that shouldn't have been open. Yeah, I admit it. Your boy, I was never perfect. But at the same time, you know, I've learned from them situations and I continue to mess up doing the same thing, just at different places. But since then, I'm not gonna lie, I got worse. But then this year, well, the following last few months of 2019 up until now, I've grown. I'm straight up grown. I'm a whole grown man over here. Before I ain't gonna lie, I was a child. I spake as a child, I act as a child, and I sat and I listened as a child. But as I got older, I had to put childish things away, and I had to become a man, which I have. So as everything is being told about this second location of McDonald's, I'm not gonna lie, I done did some things I wasn't supposed to do. We pretty much did everything at that McDonald's. We listened to music when we wanted to. I had my speaker. We done had earphones in. We cleaned up at the very last minute when we wasn't supposed to. We were supposed to clean as we go through the night. But at the same time, that store was always spick and span when morning shift came in. And they never appreciated it because it was always we got too much of whatever was supposed to be stocked, or we had just the right amount but not in the right place. And they used to kill me when they came in. They come in looking around like, okay then, y'all cleaned up tonight. No, nigga, we clean up every night. You just come in late. Sorry. You was always late. You was a later. We was the nowers, you was the laters. So it's like when people used to get mad and see how good we cleaned up, they used to come in talking heck of trash, like talking about y'all every time I come up in here, I gotta clean up behind y'all. Every time I turn around, I gotta come in here and clean up behind y'all. I told somebody, I was like, well, stop turning around. And yeah, I know that was a sarcastic move, but I didn't care because I'm like, at that time I was still in that stage of the IDGAF. I didn't. And I still had a bad attitude. So when I got fired from there, like I was told about the situation the night before. I came in 2 days later because I was off in the middle of the week. I came in 2 days later. I worked that night. They let me go that morning. And truthfully, I ain't even gonna lie. I was taking somebody home and they told me, come back and let me know what the outcome is. I was like, all right, bet. I went back and let her know what the outcome was. Shout out to my girl Kiara Sendal. Even though me and her, we haven't spoken in a long time, hopefully I can find her and send her a friend request and we can catch up. But I went back and let her know what it was, and I ain't even finna lie to you, bruh. She was a real friend of mine because she actually shedded a few tears for me, and I think she quit because I wasn't working overnight no more, and I think me and someone else was the main reason why she continued to work overnight. But she literally shedded a few tears because I got fired from that McDonald's. So after I left that McDonald's, I was unemployed for a month. It was like from November 26th to like December something. No, I'm lying. I was unemployed for a few weeks because after I was unemployed for a whole 2 pay periods. After that, I started working at third location, aka North Glen. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I wasn't very proud of the things I did at that location. And truthfully, I don't want to put it in my video, but we need transparency. When it comes down to comedy, we need transparency. I literally did everything possible to ruin my life, my kid life, and my wife's life. But I don't know, truthfully, up until this day, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't even think God could have forgiven me for the things that I've done. Even the things that I have done within the last few months, within the last 2 years, I don't think God could have forgiven me. So when she tell me that she forgave me for everything that I've done, sometimes I don't believe it. Reason being is because I don't know what woman could come back from being cheated on the way I did to her. And truthfully, I don't care what any of y'all say because I know myself and I know I've gotten better since then. But I don't know what woman could come back from that, and she has. And truthfully, I've treated her with the utmost respect now. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. If she asked me to suck on her toes, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna suck on no toes, but I promise you, I wet them bad boys like they been sucked on. So when people used to be like, so I worked at that McDonald's and I quit. I didn't get fired from there. I quit because I started working at Walmart. I got the job at Walmart. And hence the Walmart video. The McDonald's video was supposed to come before the Walmart, but I thought I had Walmart on my mind at the time. So when I started working at that job, I ain't even finna lie to you, I already knew somebody working there. That was one of my managers that I was at the last job. He got fired before I did. But it was like I was in the circle of the evil, and I ain't even gonna say the devil, of the choices that I've been wanting to make, but I chose not to make them during that time period of when I wanted to make them, because I was young and I wasn't with nobody. I couldn't make them choices out of spite because I didn't have a car. Nigga couldn't travel. I couldn't even drive. So it was like I had turned around and like just basically started doing stuff I wasn't supposed to be doing. And it's a lot of things that my wife tells me not to talk about in my videos, and I think about it and be like, well, how they gonna know the real backstory of what happened and why it happened? And that's when I just make a decision to talk about them. So it's like I really enjoyed working at that McDonald's because, you know, shout out to my boy Jeffrey. I got a lot of shout outs. Shout out to my boy Jeffrey. Shout out to my boy Brandon. Shout out to my boy Zay. Shout out to my boy David. Even though me and him, we don't really talk like that, you know what I'm saying? He was still somebody of mine that was cool. Shout out to my girl Jasmine Williams from Morning Shift. Shout out to shout out to somebody else. I don't know who else. Oh, shout out to my girl Charvette. And shout out to everybody who came through drive-through, got their food or whatever. But like when I worked there, bro, I ain't even lie to you. I smoked weed. I did everything that I wasn't supposed to be doing. And I knew I wasn't supposed to be doing it because every time I would go home, I feel bad about it. But, you know, everybody make bad decisions and then they regret them later. So it's like I was supposed to go through management there. I went there as a manager, unofficially. You heard that, right? Unofficially. So when I was there as a manager unofficially, I realized, I'm like, yeah, man, I don't know why they tripping about putting me in this program, bro. They should have hurried up and had me in that thing. Come to find out, I was supposed to go in there with 3 more people. They just needed 4, so that way all 4 of us can go at the same time. What the fuck type of shit is that? So when I literally thought about it, I was like, well, if I'm gonna be in this program, I'm gonna make the best of it. We was going to the other store down the street from the store owners, basically supposedly her favorite store. So we all went through the little 5-week program. We all got our certificates. But what got me is that I wanted a raise, right? This is where the money came in. The first McDonald's location, I went from $7.35 to $8. The second McDonald's location, I went from $8.25 to $8.81. Nigga, I went down. I went from $8.81 to $8.50. And I was asking for $10. She was talking about, well, here are the numbers right here on this paper. I'm looking at the paper. I'm like, okay. All right, so what about these numbers? She said, when this section of numbers are lower and this section of numbers is higher and this section of numbers stay steady, then you can get your raise. So basically that answer to my question is a no. She was like, Shaquille, you're really funny. Like, bitch, I ain't trying to be funny. I'm being serious. But I realized, I was like, I'm dealing with somebody who really don't know how to run their stores. She had 5 locations versus the first store owner I worked for, he had 10. And I'm going to tell you, all 10 for my Augusta people. Washington Road, further down, Martinez, the McDonald's that was in the Walmart on Bobby Jones, further down in Lincolnton, one in Rennes, that's 5 already. The one over off River Watch, the one on Peach Orchard, the one over there on Tobacco Road, 2 where they stay at. That's 10 locations, bruh. Versus her having 5 different ones. I don't know who was a better boss, but I look at it like this. He had a powerful woman helping her. helping him. She had a powerful man who could have been helping her, but he had his own little thing. He was doing his own little thing too. So as I was there, I'm telling everybody, bro, I make the same thing y'all make. It was people that was actually there as crew members making more than me, bro. And she basically telling me I have no right to be upset. I'm like, woman, you do not know what's going on. I have a whole wife and a kid, a car, and rent to pay. I don't stay with my parents, and I don't stay under no household that's already paid for. You got to understand the tenacity of my situation is way vaster than you think. It got to a point where I was just like, fuck it. I started coming in at any time. I started doing whatever the hell I wanted to do at that store. I was in that bit making me homemade chef salads, cooking me Big Mac Juniors. I'm sorry, Mac Juniors and Grand Macs. I'm making all of them. I didn't care because I'm like, you're not paying me the amount of money that you want me, that I would like to desire to be paid. Well, I guess I'm gonna just eat the food in replace of the money that I want you to give me. And I did. I didn't care. But at the same time, I learned from that. So, in conclusion, on that video, when you working at a place, never forget that it's always bread first, no matter what. When you go in, you worrying about how much you get paid. When you there, you worried about when you getting your check. And when you leave, you worrying about how much you get paid. So in conclusion, no matter if you flip it on the front side or the back side, that paper always come first. Holla at your boy.